Okay, so I'm on the Full Fat Ninja, and this video I'm going to tell you why I have had enough. It's all about to change. So welcome back to the channel, everybody, and as you can see I am on the Full Fat Ninja. Check that monster out. So as you can see, it's winter, still pretty cold. However, it's lovely today. It's a bit hazy. I'm at Chalkwell, and I thought, tell you what, we'll do a shakeout ride with the bike. There is an issue with the Ninja, which we'll talk about when we're on the move. We'll go down the seafront and we'll talk about it. But when I say that I've had enough, I haven't had enough of the Ninja. I'm having your pants down. It's a bit of a let's move this camera a little bit of a what they call it, wind up. Do you know what? I can never remember the word, what it is. Oh, when people do it, when they do the thumbnails and not catfishing. I can never bloody remember it. Anyway, clickbait. That's the word I'm after. Clickbait. Oh, crying out loud! Why couldn't I have thought it earlier? Oh, what a bellend. Let's let this guy go. Come on, Mr. Peugeot, you go. What it is as you can see, I've switched back to the GoPros. I've chinned off the Insta, just because I'm not happy with the audio, and I'm not happy with the way that it looks. The picture looks all distorted. Now the GoPros are slightly better in the sunlight, and that is noticeable. However, yeah, I'm not too happy with the way the Insta looks. When I was on the Speed Triple the other day, the clocks all looked all distorted, and you get some other, what they call them, articles or part, I don't know what they call it, within the digital, when the camera's picking up movement. And yeah, so I'm a little bit disappointed in that. I'm still gonna, I might go back to it, but I was using it with the Bluetooth mic, the mini mic, and I've even turned the gain down. But when you're going at speed, it's yeah, it's just too noisy. I don't know if it's because I've got it mounted in my helmet right in front of my mouth, and that was hard to say, and that's what's causing the issue. It's just picking up and shouting too much. I don't know. So I've gone back to old school. I've gone back to the GoPros. The other thing is as well, is I've noticed, this is still wonky, innit? Is the what do you call it? When I sync these, it's easier to sync the two GoPros than it is to do the Insta. When I do it with the Insta, it's just slightly out by that half a second or whatever, which is a real pain in the arse. Learner, hello. So you might have noticed there's a red light flashing on my dash in the cockpit. Check that out. So that's the FI light. So I had a look at the codes, because you can check out the codes on this. Basically, you put it in odometer, hold that button in, and it brings up the code, and it's code number 63, which is the exhaust valve. So somewhere along the line, it's either not reset itself when I started it up, which I think is the problem, because it was working fine, but then I tried to start it the other day, and it did that dreaded clunk like it did with the Aprilia. I thought for a minute that either the starter motor or something had gone, but it isn't. It's starting up fine again now. So I think that's what's kicked it. I think I've buggered it up that way. So if not, you can delete them. I was talking to Adam at Raceline, and he said the same. Most people delete them, and it's funny because I had that issue, and then mid-bike crisis or something, he put a video up that same day on about his Fireblade, and he was changing out the well, he was doing the delete on that, the valve delete. So that was weird, very odd. Talking of which, right, bike channels, I started to watch as a young lad. I say young lad, I'm such an old fart, aren't I? Young lad, and he's got CVR 600. I'm guessing he must be up Lincolnshire way or anything. Anyway, so I started to watch his one, and I was starting to enjoy it. So I subscribed, as you do, and now I started to get a bit triggered, because Right, it's fair enough, right? If you're making progress on country lanes, I get it. You wanna go, you know, you wanna go pretty fast. However, I draw the line at 30s in around, you know, like the small villages and stuff. It's 30 or 20 for a reason. And even though I don't like having to do 30 or 20, especially if you're on like a sports bike, because it is a lick. Yeah, that was triggering me. I mean, does anybody else get triggered with that? It was bothering me. And then I got to thinking as well, because it was obviously when he's making progress down the country lanes, which was good. He was blowing out the cameras, the clocks, blowing out the clocks. Now, the thing is, if old Bill wants to nick you, all they've got to do is, they don't need to see the clocks. All they have to do is they just measure the 2 points that you use on the road as you pass, like 2 trees or 2 lampposts or whatever, and then oh, I'm getting cramp, and they can measure how fast you were going there. I need to pull over a minute, I've got cramp. Oh, and they can work out how fast you were going. It's a lot of hard work, but if they want to be dickheads about it, they can do that. Oh, that's better. Oh, don't want to get cramp. You don't want to be riding a sports bike, right, if you've broke your neck and you broke your shoulder and your arm, do you? And you're doing urban around town. Oh, I'm glutton for punishment. So I like what 44 Teeth do, where they put that little bit on now, don't they? They put like they don't even bother blurring the cameras now. They just put a little snippet of some other film, so you can still hear them, but there's like people talking or something, which is a good idea. That's pretty crazy, that. But yeah, because all you're doing is, when you're blurring out the clocks, you're just advertising the fact that you're bleeding speeding anyway. So I don't know, what's everyone else's thoughts on that? Blur the clocks or not blur the clocks? Yeah, so yeah, that was trying to trigger me. So I was just like, look, I can't keep watching, you know what I mean? So I unsubscribed. Is that a bit silly or what? But yeah, because it was just doing my head in. I was just like, well, if you can speed through villages and stuff, and then he had, well, one of the problems was he was speeding through the village, and obviously someone, I think they pulled out in front of him or whatever, and it's just like, well mate, if you're doing 50 to 30, you know what I mean, you're going too fast anyway. So yes, so yeah, that's it. Anyway, I ain't getting too much into that, because that's just being an old fart, isn't it? But yes, so that's what's occurring. I'm thinking of, this is due its MOT, all the bikes are due their MOT soon, so I'm thinking with this, because the plastics on this, some of the fairing panels are pretty pony, so I'm thinking swapping out, getting some aftermarket fairing panels, and there's a company in England, you can get them on eBay from China, and talking around, they're not actually that bad, or there's a company in the UK that does them, and for me, for the Full Fat Ninja, you're looking at just over £400 for a new set of fairing panels. Pardon me. So I might do that. Yeah, what was the other thing? Yeah, talking about the cameras though. Yes, this did let me down. It stopped for some reason. Stopped recording. It froze, the 8, and the 8's normally the one that behaves. So I'm just looking in my mirrors now, and everything seems to be behaving. But yeah, so yeah, that's the updates. Hopefully the Royal Enfield as well will be up and running. Just need to get it MOT'd. It's running, but it just needs an MOT to be legally on the road, I suppose. Let's go around this fella. But yeah, this is Southend. Ain't looking too bad. There's a few people about. It was super cold this morning. However, that sun is so fierce, and it seems to be burning off all the cloud and that. However, it is a bit misty. That just reminds me of Jaws. See that sign in the sea there? Waiting for the shark to turn up. Anyway, that's me starting to waffle. Right, so like I always say, if you like the videos, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, smash that red subscribe button, and if you are a subscriber, hit the notification bell. That way every time this idiot uploads a video, you will get notified. And that, my friends, is Jim Diesel out. Oh yeah, there's another point I meant to add. I've also heard, and this is pretty much true, that riding big capacity sports bikes actually increases your testosterone levels. So by about 10 newton-gallons or whatever it is. So yeah, so every time you go out, and the faster you go, the more testosterone you get. So yeah, if you're in your 40s or your 50s, yeah, you want to boost your testosterone, get yourself a big fat sports bike. Oh fuck. Nearly lost my camera. How you going?